In this episode of Toge Trial, we're doing side markers. This is not easy. It's not hard, but it just takes some time. Side markers, you have to put reds at the back and orange ones at the front if you want to pass inspection in Canada. Car must have side markers. So we have a ton of wire. That's what we need. We need to run the entire length of the car 2 times on either side. We have a metric crap ton of split conduit because you can't have exposed wire on the bottom of your car. You do need some split conduit to actually guide the cables through. And a whole bunch of this stuff. You don't need like some of this stuff. You need crimps, of course, you need connectors. I just bought some extra stuff just in case. These are very useful. They go in your fuse box and they also act as a fuse, but they also come out with power, so you can actually just get power directly from your fuses. These are connectors. This one's really good too, of splitting one thing equally into 4 outputs, all 12 volts. I have some grounds so I can put some bolts to the body. I have some splicers, and we have all of our cable ties and everything like that. Most of this stuff, if you've ever done it once, you'll have it around your place, but it wasn't all very expensive. All of this stuff is like 40 bucks from your local hardware store, and that's, you don't have to get 20 meters, 80 feet of cable. I just did that for overkill, but it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. What I did is my side marker's going there. So I'm putting this here as if I were to drill here, and then I wired the wire to go like this and then come up through the engine bay. So this is passenger side rear side marker. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here, put them all into this and power it so that when you turn the car on, they are on. So this will be ignition hot, and it'll go rear quarter, passenger quarter, driver quarter, and then 2 fronts, and then I'll just wire all of them to be the same thing, and that'll be the day. We have everything plugged into here. We're gonna find ignition hot with a positive and a negative, and find a place to put this, and then we will turn it on and see if they light up. Done as well. That's going to be right there with that one, and it goes all the way under and comes out right here. So that's going to be driver's side rear, and this is going to be passenger side rear. The fronts are going to be really easy. I can literally put them anywhere. It does just boop. So right here, I got to find some power now, and I have to maybe branch off of here, branch off of a fuse, or just find something else and maybe ground it. Where am I gonna ground it? Gotta ground it to the body. There we go, ground right there. Just feed off of everyone else's ground. There's already 3 grounds in there, so I'll put a ground here, and hopefully we can run some cables and maybe tuck it down into there. That looks like a good spot. Unfortunately, all the fuses are hot all the time. There are things like headlights, if you switch it on, etc. The only thing I found was this socket right here. That harness ends up being ignition hot, and you'll see if I put the key in, point it at the lights there and then turn it on, lights turn on. So that's the one we're gonna branch off of. Finally installed, they're drilled and pressed. So what we have here, this is going to be cleaned up of course, but this is just the central hub that the power is going into. Got my ground, got my power that is ignition. You can see that everything is in and they are off right now. So if we go to the inside of the car and just, we don't have to turn it on, just go to accessory, you'll see that the back, front, the other front, and the rear are all on. So those are all finalized. We gotta clean up and we have to put some more split conduit on all the exposed wire, tuck that in down into there, and we're just gonna clean up some of this, put some crimps, put some tape, tuck it all back inside, zap strap the bottoms. So we're not quite done yet.